The sky? It looks so calm, doesn't it? A place of endless blue, of drifting clouds and peaceful breezes. But that's a lie. Because hidden in that vast emptiness, there are hunters. Silent, watching, waiting. The moment you see them, it's already too late. 1 second, the wind is still. The next, death drops from above. A shadow flickers across the ground. Blink, and it's gone. A creature moving faster than the human eye can track, diving with the force of a missile, slamming into its prey with bone-breaking impact. Talons like knives pierce flesh. A beak, honed by evolution, tears through sinew like paper. The kill is clean, merciless. These are the sky's deadliest assassins. Predators so lethal, so perfectly designed for the hunt. They rule the air with a kind of ruthless efficiency that should terrify anyone who dares look up. Because when death comes from above, there is no running, no fighting back, no escape. Deep in the dense, shadowy jungles of South America, where sunlight barely breaks through the towering canopy, a silent killer waits. It perches high above, nearly invisible, its piercing eyes scanning the forest floor below. This is the harpy eagle, a predator so powerful, so utterly ruthless, that even the largest monkeys and sloths stand no chance. With a wingspan stretching up to 7 feet and a body length of nearly 3.5 feet, the harpy eagle is a towering force among raptors. But what truly sets it apart is its sheer power. This bird doesn't just hunt, it dominates. Its talons are as long as a grizzly bear's claws, measuring over 5 inches, and can exert a bone-crushing pressure of over 500 pounds per square inch. That's the kind of force that doesn't just subdue prey, it obliterates it. Unlike high-speed hunters that rely on rapid chases, the harpy eagle is a master of ambush. It perches silently, camouflaged among the thick foliage, waiting for the perfect moment. And when that moment comes, it explodes from the treetops with a sudden, controlled burst of speed, diving at 50 miles per hour. It doesn't need to chase. It doesn't need to give warning. It simply snatches its victim in midair, driving its talons deep into flesh, crushing bones, and lifting it effortlessly back into the treetops. Even prey, weighing up to 20 pounds, nearly half the eagle's own weight, isn't safe. This brutal efficiency is the key to its survival. The harpy eagle is an apex predator, meaning it has no natural enemies, only competition. Jaguars, ocelots, and anacondas all lurk within its territory, but none dare challenge this airborne executioner. It thrives in isolation, ruling the treetops with a kind of quiet, calculated precision. It doesn't waste energy on unnecessary kills. It strikes only when necessary, feeding on a diet of monkeys, sloths, opossums, and even other birds. But despite its dominance, the harpy eagle faces one unexpected threat: humans. Deforestation is pushing this apex predator closer to extinction, robbing it of the dense jungle it needs to hunt. And unlike other raptors that can adapt to open environments, the harpy's ambush tactics make it dependent on thick forests. Without them, it can't survive. Still, for now, the harpy eagle remains one of the most fearsome aerial hunters to ever rule the skies. It is patience. It is precision. It is a ghost in the jungle, striking with an iron grip and disappearing before the forest even realizes what's happened. And if you thought this was terrifying, wait until you see what's coming next.
This guy was driving way over the speed limit. Look at the damage.
Speed kills. And no creature on Earth embodies that better than the peregrine falcon, a predator so fast, so precise, it turns the sky into its personal hunting ground. This bird isn't built for brute strength. It doesn't need to crush bones like the harpy eagle or grapple with heavy prey. Instead, it's designed for one thing: pure, unrelenting speed. With a body length of 15 inches and a wingspan of up to 3.5 feet, the peregrine falcon isn't the biggest bird of prey. But when it moves, it becomes a force of nature. This aerial assassin holds the title of the fastest animal on the planet, reaching speeds of over 240 miles per hour in a dive. That's faster than a Formula One car, faster than a skydiver in freefall. It's a living bullet. And when it strikes, it's nothing short of deadly. Perched high on cliffs or skyscrapers, the peregrine scans the sky with vision 8 times sharper than a human's. It locks onto its target, usually an unsuspecting pigeon, duck, or smaller bird flying below, calculates the perfect angle, then folds its wings back and drops like a missile. In mere seconds, it reaches terminal velocity, slicing through the air in near silence. And then, impact. Unlike other raptors that kill with their talons, the peregrine falcon uses pure force. It doesn't grab its prey. It smashes into it, mid-air like a sledgehammer, hitting with enough energy to break bones and kill on impact. If the victim somehow survives the hit, the peregrine quickly follows up with a precise bite to the neck, severing the spinal cord instantly. It's surgical, ruthless, over in seconds. But the peregrine isn't just a killer, it's a survivor. Found on every continent except Antarctica, this bird has adapted to nearly every environment, from towering cliffs to bustling cities. While other predators struggle with human expansion, the peregrine thrives, using skyscrapers as nesting sites and hunting pigeons right in the heart of major cities. In fact, thanks to conservation efforts, it made a dramatic comeback after nearly going extinct due to pesticide poisoning in the mid-1900s. Today, the peregrine falcon remains the undisputed speed demon of the animal kingdom, a master of aerial combat that turns the sky into its hunting ground. It doesn't need size. It doesn't need brute force. When you're the fastest thing alive, you only need one thing: precision. But if you think speed is the deadliest weapon in the sky, just wait until you meet our next predator. Deep within the mist-covered jungles of the Philippines, a predator so rare, so powerful, and so terrifying rules the treetops. With piercing golden eyes, dagger-like talons, and a wingspan stretching nearly 7 feet, the Philippine eagle is a ghostly figure in the canopy, a silent executioner feared by everything below. But don't be fooled by its regal appearance. This isn't just another eagle. This is a bird so ferocious, so shockingly dominant, that it preys on monkeys, lemurs, and even other raptors. Unlike the peregrine falcon, which relies on speed, or the harpy eagle, which specializes in crushing force, the Philippine eagle is a blend of both. A master strategist that uses intelligence, stealth, and sheer power to eliminate its prey. Perched high in the jungle canopy, it scans the dense foliage below, waiting for the perfect moment. Then, in one explosive burst, it dives with terrifying accuracy, dodging branches at breakneck speeds, twisting and maneuvering like a heat-seeking missile. And when it strikes, it doesn't just attack, it annihilates. With 4-inch talons that curve like meat hooks, it grips its prey with enough force to pierce through flesh and crack bone. A single strike to the skull or spine is all it takes. The struggle doesn't last long. Its diet is as brutal as its hunting technique. Unlike other eagles that go for fish or rodents, the Philippine eagle targets mammals, dominating its territory with a kind of ruthless efficiency that makes even the deadliest rainforest predators, snakes, wildcats, and crocodiles, avoid its path. Even other raptors aren't safe. The Philippine eagle has been observed killing and eating hawks and owls, asserting its dominance as the apex predator of the treetops. And yet, for all its power, there's one enemy it cannot fight: us. The Philippine eagle is critically endangered, with only a few hundred left in the wild. Deforestation and hunting have pushed this skyborne killer to the brink of extinction. Its kingdom is shrinking, its hunting grounds vanishing. The most lethal hunter in the rainforest is now the hunted. But make no mistake, while it still soars, it remains one of the deadliest aerial predators on Earth. A ghost in the jungle, a shadow above the treetops, a ruler of the skies that strikes like a phantom and vanishes before its victims even know what hit them. High above the African rainforests, where the canopy is thick and the shadows run deep, lurks a predator so terrifying that it's earned the nickname, the leopard of the sky. The African crowned eagle is a master of stealth and sheer brutality, a bird so deadly that even primates, yes, including small baboons, live in fear of it. With a wingspan reaching over 6 feet and a body built like a tank, this eagle isn't just another bird of prey, it's a full-blown executioner. But what makes it truly terrifying? Its talons. The African crowned eagle has the largest talons of any eagle in relation to body size. Razor sharp, curved weapons that can crush bones with over 750 pounds of force per square inch. That's enough power to pierce through a skull in a single strike. And that's exactly how it hunts. Unlike falcons that dive from the sky, or harpy eagles that ambush from above, the crowned eagle is a patient killer. It perches high in the trees, nearly invisible, scanning the jungle floor for its next victim. A small antelope, a large monkey, even an animal weighing up to 80 pounds. Nothing is off limits. And when the moment is right, it strikes with terrifying precision. It doesn't swoop like a hawk. It doesn't chase its prey down. Instead, it drops like a shadow, wings tucked in tight, slicing through the air like a missile, accelerating to nearly 100 miles per hour before unfolding its massive talons at the very last second. The result? A silent, bone-snapping ambush. A single puncture from its claws can instantly kill its target, and if the prey somehow survives, the eagle will drag it into a tree, suffocating it with an unbreakable grip before tearing it apart piece by piece. This bird is so powerful, so ruthless, that it has been documented attacking humans. There are reports of crowned eagles swooping down on small children, mistaking them for prey. And given their hunting style, aiming straight for the head or spine, it's not hard to see why they are feared in the deep African forests. But the real horror, they don't just kill to eat. Studies have shown that crowned eagles sometimes kill more than they need, storing fresh kills in trees for later, creating a nightmarish buffet of dead animals hanging in the canopy. It is strength. It is precision. It is one of the most cold-blooded aerial assassins on the planet. And yet, this is only number 7. In the frozen wastelands of the Arctic, where temperatures plummet to minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit, most predators struggle to survive. But not this one. The snowy owl isn't just built for the cold. It thrives in it, turning the vast, empty tundra into its personal hunting ground. But don't let its ghostly white feathers and piercing yellow eyes fool you. Beneath that elegant exterior lies one of the most efficient, ruthless hunters of the sky. With a wingspan of up to 5 feet and a body adapted to near-total silence, the snowy owl is a stealth specialist, an executioner that strikes without warning. Unlike other raptors that rely on speed or brute force, this bird is a master of patience. It perches silently, scanning the endless white landscape with eyesight so sharp it can detect movement over half a mile away. But what makes it even deadlier? It doesn't rely on sight alone. The snowy owl's hearing is so advanced that it can track prey moving beneath layers of snow, pinpointing the exact location of an unsuspecting lemming or hare. And once it locks on, the outcome is inevitable. With a silent beat of its massive wings, the snowy owl launches forward, gliding so effortlessly that even the wind doesn't betray its presence. It flies low, just inches above the snow, completely undetectable. And then, it strikes. Unlike falcons that smash into their prey, or eagles that crush bones, the snowy owl uses a different approach. It hooks in and suffocates. With razor-sharp talons that can puncture through thick fur, it grabs hold and doesn't let go, using its immense grip strength to crush the windpipe of its struggling prey. Death is quick, but not painless. And the snowy owl isn't just a killer, it's a survivor. While most predators suffer during food shortages, this bird adapts, switching from small mammals to birds, even attacking other owls when necessary. If prey is scarce, it won't hesitate to hunt in broad daylight, defying the usual rules of nocturnal hunting. But what makes this owl truly terrifying? Its aggression. Unlike most owls, which prefer to avoid confrontation, the snowy owl is not afraid to attack intruders, including wolves, foxes, and even humans. It will defend its nest with shocking ferocity, diving at high speeds and striking with enough force to draw blood or even knock an animal unconscious. A ghost in the snow, a silent killer in the endless white. The snowy owl is proof that in the Arctic, only the deadliest survive. Where the icy waters of Russia and Japan meet the sky, a winged behemoth rules the coastlines. The stellar sea eagle, one of the largest and most powerful eagles on the planet, is a predator that turns the ocean into its hunting ground. With an unbelievable 8-foot wingspan and a body weight of up to 20 pounds, this bird is built like a war machine, dwarfing even the mighty bald eagle. but don't let its bulk fool you. This eagle is a cold-blooded aerial tactician. It doesn't just hunt, it dominates. Unlike falcons that rely on speed or owls that kill in silence, the stellar sea eagle takes a different approach: overwhelming power. Perched on towering cliffs or ice-covered branches, it scans the freezing waters below with its laser-focused eyesight, detecting even the slightest ripple. Then, with a sudden, effortless launch, it takes to the air, its massive wings slicing through the sky like a warship, moving into battle. It locks onto its target, usually a large fish like salmon, or even a struggling waterfowl, and plunges downward with devastating force. And when it strikes, it's nothing short of a brutal execution. With talons as thick as a human's fingers, it stabs into its victim's flesh, piercing through scales, feathers, or even bone. Its grip strength is so powerful that once it latches on, escape is impossible. And unlike smaller eagles that struggle to lift heavier prey, the stellar sea eagle can carry a fish weighing over 15 pounds straight out of the water, flapping its colossal wings as it soars back to its perch. But this predator isn't just a master fisherman. It's a thief, a bully, and a relentless killer. If food is scarce, it doesn't hesitate to attack other eagles, viciously battling them mid-air for a stolen meal. It's even been known to take down birds nearly its own size, including geese and even young seals, ripping into them with its monstrous beak. And the most terrifying part? It's fearless. While most birds avoid human interaction, the stellar sea eagle will defend its territory with shocking aggression. Fishermen have reported being chased away by these massive birds, watching in awe as the eagle spreads its enormous wings and lets out a chilling, ear-piercing scream. It is power. It is dominance. It is the undisputed king of the cold coastal skies. But if you think size alone makes a predator deadly, just wait until you see what's coming next. High above the desolate mountain ranges of Europe, Africa, and Asia, a shadow glides across the cliffs. The lammergeier, also known as the bearded vulture, isn't just a predator. It's a terror that rules the skies in a way no other bird dares. While most raptors kill with their talons or beaks, this bird has a far more sinister method. It doesn't hunt flesh, it hunts bone. At nearly 4 feet long, with an 11-foot wingspan, the lammergeier is an absolute giant, easily one of the largest birds of prey on Earth. But it doesn't attack like an eagle or falcon. Instead, it waits for death. Unlike other vultures that tear apart rotting carcasses, the lammergeier is obsessed with bones. While scavengers feast on the soft tissue, this predator arrives last, patiently waiting until only the skeleton remains. Then, with its piercing, blood-red eyes locked onto its prize, it snatches a bone in its talons and ascends thousands of feet into the air. And then, it lets go. The bone plummets down, smashing against the jagged rocks below, shattering into splinters and fragments. The lammergeier circles back, lands gracefully, and picks apart the remains, swallowing bone shards as long as 10 inches like they're nothing. And here's the most disturbing part. It can digest them. Its stomach acid is so corrosive that it dissolves bone within hours, extracting every last ounce of marrow, the richest, most nutritious part of an animal's body. Other scavengers waste meat. The lammergeier wastes nothing. But this vulture isn't just a passive feeder, it's an aggressive sky tyrant. If it wants a meal, it won't hesitate to drive other predators away, using its sheer size and speed to dominate the battlefield. Some reports even suggest that lammergeiers attack live animals, targeting goats and small mammals, grabbing them, lifting them high into the sky, and dropping them off cliffs to their deaths. Whether it's intentional or not, the results are the same. And if that wasn't eerie enough, ancient cultures believed this bird fed on human bones. Legends tell of lammergeiers snatching children or picking clean the remains of fallen warriors. Even today, they circle over Tibetan sky burial sites where the dead are left in the open, waiting for the vultures to claim their final meal. Silent, patient, unrelenting. The lammergeier doesn't need to kill, because nature kills for it. Most aerial predators kill with precision. Sharp talons, swift strikes, instant death. But what if I told you there was a bird that didn't just kill, it feasted on death itself? a bird so terrifying that even lions and hyenas step aside when it lands. Meet the lappet-faced vulture, not just a scavenger, but a bird so powerful, so aggressive, that it bullies other predators off their own kills. This monster of the sky is the largest vulture in Africa, with a 10-foot wingspan and a hooked beak strong enough to crush bone. While other vultures wait patiently for scraps, the lappet-faced vulture takes whatever it wants. Lions, leopards, and cheetahs may make the kill, but this bird is often the one to finish it. Unlike other vultures, which use numbers for safety, the lappet-faced vulture is a lone executioner. It does not share. If another scavenger gets too close, it spreads its massive wings, lets out a deep, guttural hiss, and charges, pecking, clawing, and sometimes even killing smaller birds and jackals that challenge it. And here's the nightmare fuel. This vulture doesn't always wait for death. While it mostly feasts on the dead, it has been seen attacking newborn antelope, weak or dying animals, and even tearing flesh from creatures still struggling to survive. Imagine you're a wounded gazelle, barely able to move, watching as massive black wings descend from above. There's no mercy here, just hunger. Its razor-sharp beak can tear through thick hide-like paper, ripping open carcasses that even hyenas struggle to break apart. While smaller vultures peck at leftovers, the lappet-faced vulture goes straight for the organs, devouring a meal in minutes before launching into the sky once more. Even its face looks like something out of a horror movie. Bare, wrinkled skin, cold, beady eyes, a hooked beak smeared with blood. It doesn't need feathers on its head because it's constantly drenched in gore. And here's the most disturbing part. This vulture has been caught feeding on human corpses. In war zones, in deserts where travelers have fallen, in the aftermath of disasters, the lappet-faced vulture is often one of the first on the scene. It is not a predator in the traditional sense. It is something worse, a bird that thrives in the presence of death, a winged executioner that follows death like a shadow, waiting for the moment to strike. Soaring over the blistering savannas of West Africa, a shadow stretches across the land, a harbinger of death with a wingspan that rivals a grown man's height. This is the martial eagle, and if you think the ground is safe from aerial predators, think again. This bird doesn't just hunt, it dominates. Standing at nearly 3 feet tall with an 8.5-foot wingspan, the martial eagle is Africa's largest and most powerful raptor. But size alone doesn't make it terrifying. Its ruthlessness does. This eagle isn't content with small prey. While hawks and falcons go for rabbits or rodents, the martial eagle hunts antelope, monkeys, and even young cheetahs. Imagine that, a bird taking out one of the fastest land predators on Earth. It's not just a hunter, it's a skyborne assassin. When it hunts, it does so with chilling precision. From its vantage point, sometimes over a mile in the sky, it scans the land with eyesight so powerful it can see a hair from 2 miles away. And when it spots its target, that's when the real nightmare begins. In a burst of speed, it folds its wings and dives like a missile, reaching speeds of 140 miles per hour. Its thick, dagger-like talons, capable of exerting over 700 pounds of crushing force, spread wide, and then the impact happens. This isn't just a takedown, it's an obliteration. The martial eagle smashes into its prey like a wrecking ball, knocking it off its feet and instantly crushing bone beneath its vice-like grip. If the animal struggles, the eagle's hooked beak tears straight into its throat, silencing it within seconds. And here's where it gets even more disturbing. Unlike most raptors that tear their prey apart on the ground, the martial eagle is so unbelievably strong that it often lifts its victim into the sky, carrying it away to a secluded perch, where it eats in absolute peace. Imagine being a small antelope, struggling, kicking, only to feel the wind rushing past as you're lifted higher and higher until all hope is gone. This is how the martial eagle rules the African skies. But this predator's dominance isn't limited to animals. It has been known to attack livestock, killing goats, sheep, and even young ostriches. Farmers fear it. Some have even reported it attacking humans, small children vanishing under its shadow never to be seen again. It is fearless, relentless, and unstoppable, a true aerial executioner. Across the windswept mountains and vast open plains of North America, Europe, and Asia, a predator reigns supreme. A warrior of the skies with a reputation so fierce, it has been trained for centuries to hunt wolves. The golden eagle is not just one of the most powerful raptors on the planet, it is a living missile, a brutal enforcer of nature's law, and a master of death from above. With an insane 7.5-foot wingspan and a dive speed of over 200 miles per hour, this eagle is a perfect balance of raw power and deadly precision. While some birds rely on stealth or ambush tactics, the golden eagle is a fearless aerial combatant, engaging in high-speed, high-stakes battles that end in either survival or destruction. Perched on a jagged cliffside or soaring effortlessly in the updrafts, it scans the landscape with vision 8 times sharper than a human's, able to spot a rabbit from 2 miles away. But this eagle doesn't just hunt small prey, it thinks bigger. With an earth-shattering burst of speed, it locks onto its target, a fox, a mountain goat, or even a fully grown deer, and goes into a full-speed nosedive. Unlike other birds of prey that strike and retreat, the golden eagle plays for keeps. It crashes into its prey like a cannonball with talons, digging its massive 3-inch claws deep into flesh. If the animal isn't killed instantly, the eagle does something even more brutal. It grabs hold and drags it off a cliff. Yes, you heard that right. Golden eagles have been documented attacking goats and deer, knocking them off ledges and watching as gravity does the rest. If the impact doesn't kill them, the eagle finishes the job, tearing into its victim with a beak designed to slice through thick hide and muscle like a knife through butter. And this bird doesn't just kill, it fights. When 2 golden eagles cross into each other's territory, mid-air battles explode into life. Claws lock, wings beat furiously, and the eagles spiral toward the ground in a deadly freefall, only releasing at the very last second. These aren't just birds, they are warriors. From the skies above the rainforest to the vast open savannas, the deadliest aerial predators rule with talons of steel and instincts honed by evolution. Silent executioners, skyborne assassins, apex killers, each one more terrifying than the last. Some strike with speed, others with brute force. Some wait for death, while others bring death itself. But no matter how they hunt, one thing is certain: the sky belongs to the strong. And the next time you look up and see a shadow pass overhead, you might just be in the presence of a true killer.